The story of Attack on Titan, if it ended my way. It's no surprise that the manga's ending isn't the best in the world. So today we'll take a look at the best possible way for AOT to end, in my opinion. Yes, an AOE incoming. Also, let me know in the comments your own version of how you think AOT will end. To create a good ending, we must first try to understand why people hate this ending to begin with. Now, there are several reasons people don't like the ending. From great plot holes that are left unanswered to inconsistent character development, Isayama really seems to have messed up. Firstly, I believe the ending should definitely have Eren complete the rumbling. Why and how, you may ask? It's because it's perfectly consistent with how Eren develops as a character throughout the show. Think about it. Why did Eren strive so hard to fight the Marleyans? The answer should definitely be for the Eldians, and because as a wielder of the Attack Titan, he has memories of the past and the future. However, Eren was a guy who loved Mikasa deeply and didn't care about the Eldians at all. He just wanted to keep his friends safe, which is a pretty pathetic reason to start a war. Even Armin calls him pathetic after Eren confesses his love for Mikasa and shows how he truly feels. His resolve to fight for the Eldians ends up seeming impure and weak. I have no problem if Isayama wants to discuss the power of love and friendship in an anime. Though Attack on Titan is not the anime where you can discuss these kinds of themes. The story has taken too serious of a turn for characters to be influenced by something as trivial as love. Another reason that Eren has to complete the rumbling is that it would confirm the 3 timeline theory. Click on the top right if you want to watch that video. This would all make sense again, since Eren is largely a character who has been the writer of the entire events of Attack on Titan. He killed his own mother, forced his father to kill the wielder of the founding Titan, and did a whole lot of things that made him an evil genius. What made this possible? It's because he has the ability to see the future and the past, as he has the Attack Titan's abilities. It only makes sense that he could write the ending of Attack on Titan as well, since he should also have the ability to see through timelines each time it resets. Since he has all the information about how things would pan out in the manga timeline, this time around he'd choose to complete the rumbling. How'd Eren exactly do that? Hold on, we'll get to that part. But first, let's take a look into what created the paths in the first place. There's a lot of mystery that surrounds this place, and it does not make sense at all. The worst thing about it, Eren actually admits in the end that he doesn't understand how to use the power of the paths properly. This is also another thing that people didn't like, as Eren seemed pretty sure how to use it throughout the series. Again, this gives off the impression that Isayama doesn't really understand his own characters. Also, Isayama doesn't really bother explaining how the paths worked properly. So, let's solve these problems. Firstly, I think that the paths is a special dimension created by the will of Ymir. If you pay close attention, Ymir took the spear that was meant for King Fritz and ends up dying. You all see what's wrong with this, right? Yep, how could a strong Titan shifter die from something so simple? People like to throw around the idea that Ymir didn't have the will to live anymore, so she could heal herself. To be fairly honest, it doesn't seem like a legit answer. She literally served King Fritz's will even after dying. My theory is that in the ending, Eren should realize that the paths was a special dimension that Ymir had the ability to make. When the king ordered Ymir to live and serve him, she unknowingly created that dimension and didn't really die. It's as if she knew that the best thing in King Fritz's interest was to create the paths to conquer the rest of the world in the future to come. The only problem is that Ymir is the one in control of the paths, and she's a slave to King Fritz's will. So, hear me out, this is what the surprise ending should have in store for us. Eren had reset multiple times in the past and was trying to find the best way to convince Ymir to join his side and give the entire power of the founding Titan. He had even tried multiple things in the past timelines, like not killing his mother and telling his father not to kill the wielder of the founding Titan, though nothing changed in the end. The end result was the devastation of the human race and the Eldians. Eventually, Eren would fall for the last time in the manga timeline. In the anime timeline, he would finally be able to complete the rumbling and kill all the Marleyans. Now, what's the best way to execute the ending? The first step is to like and subscribe to the channel for daily anime theories like this. So, as Mikasa goes into the face of the founding Titan to kill Eren, she discovers that Eren's head is simply not there. As it turns out, he uses the Warhammer's Titan's abilities to control the founding Titan from a distance. Before they can locate Eren's position, the rumbling is completed. Eren ends up escaping, leaving the Eldians completely free. Levi and the other members of the Survey Corps survive. However, Eren ends up spending his last moments in solitude, talking about how it was always about saving humanity. He gets a glimpse of a distant future ahead where there is another war, a time when the power of the Titan is obsolete and technological progress has made them useless. Eren tells himself that this is the best he could do from the position he stood at in time. There are no better possibilities. That war is for another time and another generation. In his last moments before he dies, he imagines Mikasa's face and is glad he could protect her in the end, and finally dies to the curse of Ymir. Mikasa finally gets over Eren and spends a long life with Jean. She understands that Eren lives in solitude to atone for his sins. The rest of the characters also lead a simple life from that point on. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why does there have to be a war in the distant future? Because the whole point of Attack on Titan is that war is inevitable. Don't believe me? Just take a look at your history book. Conflict is pretty much primal. The best thing that Eren could achieve was to prevent a war in the near future. He can't pull the strings of a distant future, and realizes that he doesn't need to either. If you're interested in more AOT AOE videos, click on this video to find out 3 hints that Attack on Titan is getting an AOE. Bye.